What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. It gets worse and worse when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, folks. It gets worse. For so many years, I used to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. At this point, if all these accusations are true, and there's no reason for me to believe that they aren't, he's the worst. He's worse than LeBron James. As far as taking from the game and not giving anything back, he's worst. He's worse. He's the worst, and he's worse than LeBron James. So, what I'm talking about, according to the New York Times, according to The Athletic, back in 2019, when when Kawhi Leonard was a free agent after winning the championship with Toronto, when negotiating with the Lakers, Kawhi reportedly wanted part ownership with the Lakers, similar to what Magic Johnson received, and also wanted unlimited access to a private plane. Quote, Leonard didn't just want a max deal. He wanted unlimited access to a private plane, a house, and guaranteed off-court earnings from endorsement. The Athletic previously reported he also wanted a slice of the team itself, just like the Lakers had given Magic Johnson 25 years earlier after HIV forced him into early retirement. And I see people saying, well, what's the problem with that? What's the problem with that? The problem is that we're not talking about a guy who had dominated the NBA in a way that we had never seen before, a historically dominant player with multiple championships. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about peak Jordan, peak Kobe, hell, even peak LeBron. And I'm not even sure LeBron was worth all that. I'm talking about guys who did nothing but win and dominate the league. Peak Kareem, right? That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about one fucking championship run that you had, in which you won a title against a team who didn't even have two of their top three guns, and Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. We're talking about also the Lakers franchise. We're not talking about the Cavaliers here. We're not talking about the Pistons. No disrespect to Pistons fans. We're not talking about even the Spurs. We're talking about the Lakers, okay? One of the two most prestigious franchises in the history of the NBA, and in the past 40 years, the most dominant franchise, where legends like Magic, who had a piece of the team, helped them win 5 of their 17 NBA championships, right? Going back to Minneapolis. Shaq won 4. Wilt won a title. Okay, Jerry West has a title. They didn't get lucrative deals like that. LeBron didn't even have a deal, anything of that magnitude. We're talking about broke leg Kawhi, who barely fucking plays and quits in the playoffs. What are we talking about here? Look, if I'm a teammate of this guy right now, I am demanding that Steve Ballmer trade this motherfucker. And what the NBA should do is make an example out of Kawhi Leonard. Now, I'm not saying forget about Steve Ballmer and what he did, because that's what they're trying to do. I'm not gonna let Steve Ballmer off the hook. I don't give a fuck if he's worth $400 billion. At the very least, he needs to be penalized hundreds of millions of dollars, at the least, in fines. And he need to take that damn team away from him. Now I get it. He's worth billions. He ain't gonna be treated like everybody else. I'm realistic, but he can be banished out the league. They did it to Donald Sterling. And he has a history of this. paying people under the table, and doing unscrupulous acts and unscrupulous shit. Now they're trying to solidify the thing around Kawhi because, I've said it before, and my brother 78, we've all said this, that the media, in order to sell a story, they need a black villain. And unfortunately, black people are complicit in pushing that agenda too, even though they'll deny it all the way to the hilt. All right? But let me get off my race, my soapbox about race, because people don't like that. Well, this guy talk about race all the time, man. That's why I don't like this dude, man. He's a racist. But anyway, if I'm Kawhi, a teammate of this dude, I want this guy off this team, bro. I want this guy off the team, especially if I'm James Harden. If I'm James Harden, I'm pissed that this guy's getting all this fucking money. I took a pay cut to get Bradley Beal on this team. And Kawhi, weird laughing ass, and Uncle Dennis the Menace, y'all pilfered this goddamn team and made a mockery of the NBA to the point where we are right now. This is ridiculous. And they're going to find out more. And this is his MO. Because reportedly, when he was with Toronto, they wanted too much. Him and Uncle Dennis. And this is what the Clippers gave him. A private helicopter, his own locker room, and all this other shit. And what the fuck have Clipper fans gotten in return for it? Nothing but a bunch of excuses. Well, this is going to be the year. He's playing well now, then he just shuts down. And now it looks like it wasn't even injuries the whole time. It's a payment didn't go through under the table. Fuck this dude, man. This guy's a multi-millionaire, probably worth at least $100 million. And you don't have the motivation to play from a competitive standpoint. It's all about the dollar for you. Fuck out of this fucking league, nigga. Fuck you.